Okay. Hello, I'm Nathan Judah. I'm here with Shrewsbury Town reporter Lewis Cox. Lewis, hoping for a win on Saturday, wasn't to be.
No.
Point apiece. What do you make of it?
Well, they are now 9 games in the league without a win under Sam Ricketts Shrewsbury, and things are looking pretty bleak in that respect. You can't really dress up that run of form. It's 1 win in 12 for him. So things are tough. Yeah, they really need wins. Games coming up aren't great opportunity for them. Peterborough and Doncaster going back to Burton, mid-table team at home in the league. It's a game they really wanted to take 3 points from.
And
sort
took
of
the
games.
lead as well.
Took the lead as they're having the last 2 1-1 draws in a row now against teams, Bristol Rovers and then Burton, taking the lead in them and conceding the dreadful goals, schoolboy goals. And Sam Ricketts has really gone to town on his defenders. Called out the defending, said we simply have to defend better, have to keep clean sheets, otherwise they're not going to get out of it. Draws, which they've got 2 of now, aren't getting them out of the bottom 4.
Sure.
They need to get wins, 1-0 wins, 2-0 wins, clean sheets to get out of it, and they're not getting clean sheets. They're defending like that, dreadful defending, and it's sad to say, but the defending simply has to be better, or else Town aren't going to get out of it. A lot of discontent starting to creep in about the management, and you understand why with the run of form. Albeit you have to balance that out and say that only goal difference keeping them from safety. They're only goals away from getting out of the bottom 4, and you got to balance it out and say Ricketts needs. He's only had 2 games since the January transfer window shut with a whole new squad. So he's we're going to see how the next month plays out, the next 3 or 4 games, certainly the next 3 games. And
but like I say, 2 tough games, and with confidence, not particularly high.
No, confidence isn't high. No.
That's the difficult one, because you just need that first win, don't you? Just get that confidence back, and just it's very difficult. Like you say, 2 really tough games that they're going to have to play really well to get something from them.
You on paper, and it's not played on paper, but you wouldn't expect wins against Peterborough or Doncaster as 6th and 7th, and they have to play really well to draw any of those games. You'd think confidence is low. I wrote that today. Sam Ricketts has talked about that. You just get. You get runs, don't you, when you haven't won game? Habits. If you're losing, you get a habit of losing. There's a habit of not winning. They're taking the lead in games because they've got attacking ability. We know Sean Worley's back, great attacker. Tyrese Campbell from Stoke scored his first goal the other day. Okanabiri, 14-goal top scorer. Greg Doherty, who's got a little eye injury at the moment. There's real quality going forward, and if they can get them all on the pitch, a couple of injuries at the moment, then that will score goals. But
the head's going down then when they're conceding. Lack of confidence throughout the team.
Even when they're ahead, they were only ahead for 3 minutes. So they weren't ahead for long. You think they're worried about the prospect of holding on to a lead. I want to see them lead for a substantial period, so they get more comfortable, and then maybe go and get a second, because that's what they need. I mean, if you're 2-0 up and you peg back to 2-2, you've only got yourself to blame. But they'll most likely see that out. I want to see them relax, as Sam Ricketts says, when they're ahead, or even relax at 1-1. The game's not over at 1-1. You can still go and lead again. But you're right, when teams are equalising against them, heads are dropping, and there's angst in the crowd, angst amongst the players, because they haven't. The last win was December the 22nd.
Incredible
in the league. I mean, the player. It seems longer ago than it even is, because of the amount of FA Cup games. Stoke and Wolves, 1-0 win against Coventry back then before Christmas. It's a long time, and it's only won once in the league under the manager, and those are the reasons why fans are getting unhappy, as well as I suppose fans don't really see what the manager is trying to do at times, which is harsh to an extent. He explains what he's trying to do, and I can certainly understand parts of what he was trying to do. He's saying the other day he's trying to play on the break, use the pace. But if fans can't see it themselves, then they're going to voice their discontent, aren't they? And obviously it's not providing results at the moment. Yeah, you could say they've drawn 2 and they're unbeaten, but like we say, they need wins. Confidence belief is massive, and you do fear, because the next 2 games aren't easy. Then it gets to the 3rd game from now, which is AFC Wimbledon at home, which you feel could be pivotal. If they haven't won going into that one, then it's clearly a must-win against the bottom side. So let's see. I mean, concerned though.
Clean sheets, clean sheet. I think when you're struggling to get the defence right, obviously Sam Ricketts knows all about that. You've got to get a clean sheet. Get a couple of clean sheets, you give yourself a chance. Yeah,
they at the turn of the year, which was only a handful of league games into Ricketts' reign, they got a couple of clean sheets, and they looked resolute and solid. And I think he just started this back 3 wing backs, and I thought they looked like they had control of the back. They weren't shipping many goals. goal difference wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
But at that point, they weren't really doing it up top. They
Yeah,
weren't
yeah, of
scoring,
course, yeah.
and it's sort of flipped
Mm-hmm.
and gone full circle. Really, I mean, a great example is a few weeks ago on the Tuesday night, Bradford,
Mm-hmm.
who were down there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the 4-3
Mm.
when they were down, they got back for 3-3 at the end, and
Yeah.
then lost it. You know that the defence since then hasn't recovered.
Sure.
Couple of heavy home defeats,
Mm-hmm.
and you know even in the recent 1-1s, the 2 goals they've shipped in those games have been woeful. You
Yeah.
know, simple balls into the box where the opposition guy that scored has had the most space in. You know, you wouldn't believe it.
Mm.
And yeah, it's really basic stuff that's keeping them from keeping clean sheets. And you know, Ricketts is right. They keep a shutout. It'll do so much for confidence and belief that they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they've proved that they've got the goals and the attacking, you know, the attacking impetus to do that, the quality to do that. I've no doubt about that. A couple of midfielders coming back, hopefully from injury as well. They were pretty threadbare on Saturday, which you wouldn't really believe considering how many players they've brought in.
Sure.
So I do share fans' concern. I really do. You can't not be concerned when it's 9 without a win, can you? But it's a little surprising, really, that they're still just goal difference away from getting out of it. But you have to try and remember that you know, a result or two can really change the picture. You know, if these 1-1s would have been 1-0 wins, big ifs, and they're not, you know, Town would have been something like 15.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculously tight. And I just sort of have faith and hope in the squad that Ricketts has put together, that there's more than enough quality. You know, you just think the work an ex-pro defender like Ricketts is doing on the training ground is going to lead to some sort of solid defensive clean sheet, and if they can make the results, you know, make it pay down the other end, they've got enough. But, you know, I am a little concerned, because of the way the results have gone, and you know, no winning feeling since a long time ago. Winning habits, and they just need to get back onto a little roll and get familiar with the winning feeling again.
Yeah, hopefully turn that corner soon. Big week for Shrewsbury. For all the latest Shrewsbury Town news, make sure you log on to ShropshireStar.com.